Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So according to a post by Tom's Hardware, which I'll link in the description, Microsoft has recently said in a blog post that Windows now powers over 1 billion active devices globally. Now, that's an interesting statement because in the Microsoft annual report for 2022, which is this report, it said in this report that more than 1.4 billion devices were running Windows 10 or Windows 11. So we can assume from that Windows' user base has been shrinking in the past 3 years by around 400 million users. And a good indication of this is why Microsoft has been quite aggressively pushing and marketing Windows 10 users to upgrade to Windows 11 now that the end of support for Windows 10 is fast approaching, as we have been discussing on the channel. Now, if you're asking the question, where did all those 400 million users go? I think some would have gone out and bought a MacBook. I think a lot of people, according to the report, which I do agree with, are slowly ditching PCs for smartphones and tablets because those are getting a lot more powerful these days. And then, of course, you got the Linux migration, which we have discussed quite in depth on the channel. Now, a good indication regarding the drop in Windows usership over the last 3 years is Microsoft attempted to boost the PC market back in 2024, back in June last year, with the launch of Copilot Plus PCs. Obviously thinking that the AI push was going to give that kind of marketing edge and push users to upgrade to new PCs. But obviously we know that that did not work as well because I don't think Copilot Plus PCs are very popular currently. And I also think for your average home user, they are quite outpriced. And I think a big reason for users moving away from Windows, especially Windows 11, is all the ads that are now being pushed in Windows 11 and even the Microsoft products and services and apps, and a lot of bloat is creeping into the operating system, although you can turn it off, but your average home user always doesn't know that you can disable a lot of these settings to debloat an operating system. And I think the fact that Microsoft is aggressively pushing Windows 11 and especially AI on Copilot Plus PCs and pushing more ads and bloat into the operating system, I think they are losing a little bit of trust with their user base. Now, on a side note though, Windows 11 is still climbing in market share. The last stat counter video I posted indicated that. And I think in the next year will overtake Windows 10's market share. I think that's a given. And at the end of the day though, when all is said and done, I think when a top Microsoft executive states something like Windows 11 is used by over 1 billion and not 1.4, because obviously Microsoft would give clear indication as to how many users are using Windows for marketing purposes. I don't think it's a guesstimate. And I think at the end of the day, their legal team would have had a look over those numbers as well. And I think if the number was exactly 1.4 or 1.3 or 1.2, the blog post would have said accordingly. Let me know your thoughts down below. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.